What is up, everybody? I am Mason from the Mockbuster YouTube channel, and today we got another NECA unboxing slash review. You know, because a couple days ago, the new Halloween Kills movie came out, and Halloween 2018 is one of my favorite Halloween movies in the series. I have the movie on 4K right here, and you know what? This holds a special place in my heart because this is the first Halloween movie that I saw in theaters, because when the Rob Zombie movies came out, I was a bit too young, so I got that on like DVD and Blu-ray. But this was the actual first movie that I got to saw. First Halloween movie that I got to saw in the theaters. I was working, and then I got the day off, and then because like I have the Halloween 2018 NECA figure, I have the movie, and I also have this poster, this Halloween 2018 poster that I got from working at the movie theater. But anyways, we're not talking about the movie, we're going to talk about the actual figure. This is a NECA Ultimate figure, so it comes with all these different like accessories, and it's really highly detailed and articulated. The specific one, it also comes with a light up flickering pumpkin. Again, it's the Ultimate Michael Myers. On the spine, it says Halloween NECA Real Toys, with the same picture of Michael in the back, as well as the side. Nothing really too special on the back, just besides the directors and developers, paint, fabrication, prototypes, casting, photography, all that stuff. And then on the top, it is the same. This is a pretty basic type box, as opposed to the other ones, but it's okay. This is a newer release. They have all these product pictures of Michael and all the accessories that come with it. And then here is the little read-up on the back. It's been 40 years since Laurie Strode survived the vicious attack from crazed killer Michael Myers. At Halloween night, she now faces a terrifying showdown when Michael returns to Haddonfield. Ill? Is that 3? Ill? But this time, Laurie is ready for him. Includes knife, hammer, fire poker, tombstone, victim head, light up pumpkin, interchangeable head, and hands. So let's take a closer look into the figure. And when we open up, we have a little product picture that looks pretty cool, And now let's open this up and take a closer look at what comes with the NECA Toys Halloween 2018 Ultimate Michael Myers. So first off, when you take it out, there's like this little slip that comes out from the back, and that exposes the Judith Myers headstone, if this could focus. Our beloved daughter, Judith Myers, born November 10th, 1947 to October 31st. I like this like little dingy additives to it. It makes it look like an actual old headstone. Nothing too special on the back, but it does look like you can see all the scratches and the different types of paintwork. That makes it look realistic. So that's really cool. I've had it on display, so I had to dust it off a little bit. What could have stepped this up a bit more was having like a grassy, like dirt mud type texture, because this was stuck in the ground, so that would have been cool to add to it. But it's still okay because you're gonna be hiding it like this, so you're not really gonna be seeing this, but it's just a little added measures. But they were able to have this grime on the sides and stuff, the little floral print to it. Our beloved daughter. This isn't a paint, this is actually, you know, carved into the actual plastic itself. And again, the back. My only promise for being a 40-year-old, or this is a 50-year-old headstone, it's in really good condition. So that's my only gripe with this. Now next is one of the highlights of this figure, and it comes with this light up pumpkin. It looks really cool. My only problem is I would have moved it a bit higher, because when you're looking at it dead on, you can see the LED light, so that's a bit weird. But there is this port, so if the battery does die, you're able to interchange the battery if it does die. So that's pretty cool. The detail on the pumpkin's actually really good. Like, this actually does look like a stump. And individual details, getting a closer look, that's really good. There's dark tones. It's not just a pure orange pumpkin. There's dark tones. It makes it look like it's been an actual, like a fruit, like a plant, like a vegetable, I guess. What is a pumpkin? Is it a fruit? Is it a vegetable? Is it a plant? I don't know. But yeah, this looks really good. My only gripe is that the cuts look a little too clean. I would have liked if it looked more dirtier and dingier. But besides that, it looks really good. And that was the light up. So you just press the button and it comes on. I know a lot of the previous pumpkins you'd have to hold it down for it to light on, but it doesn't. You don't need that. Now it does come with two sets of hands. First is this grabbing type hand. The paintwork is actually really good on the blood. So you get that nice detail to it. Let's see if I can focus on it. As you can see, there's blood on it. You can tell that he's went through some shit. There's blood all on the inside of the hand. The individual detail work on the blood is really good. I really like this. It's not just like a plain red black. I mean, a plain red blood. It's an older blood. It looks actually like blood. It's not some shitty like Halloween type thing. And it looks like Michael's been punching dudes in the fucking face, dude. I need to rewatch Halloween 2018. My only sad part is I wasn't able to set up the Peacock stream for the Halloween kills. And now here is a grabby hand. Again, same amazing detail work on the actual hand itself. You have blood. You have the individual wrinkles and stuff, which is such a good little tiny detail. You can tell that he's an old man because he has that like old, stretchy type texture to his hand. It's not like a young man's hand where it's smooth. It's a bit stretchy and wrinkly on his hand. So that's because he's like a 60-year-old man. And now next is I believe you can hold the fire poker with this hand. It's a small grabby hand. So that's really nice. Again, it keeps up with the blood. His hands are all bloody and dirty, so obviously you're not going to get the paint in those individual fingernails, but it's good that it actually has the detail with the individual wrinkles on like the digits and stuff. So that's really cool. And then lastly is my favorite hand, and that is the final scene hand where Laurie where he grabs through the window and then Laurie shoots his fucking hand off with like a shotgun. That was pretty dope. And this is really meticulously detailed because look at this, dude. Like you can see the tendons and the bones and stuff. It's absolutely gnarly as shit, dude. Like look at that. Oh, grody. So yeah, those were the interchangeable hands. Now further on, now this is the sheriff's head that comes with it when he comes to check out the cop car, and there is a sheriff's head that has been decapitated and carved into a jack-o'-lantern. Again, this looks absolutely brutal. The paintwork is absolutely amazing. The details, all the little things that make this figure really good. It's absolutely all there. NECA are pros with these details, and especially for its price, I always wonder how they're able to get all this detail into it. You even have more detail on the hair. It's like a salt and pepper type vibe with the grays and whites. You can even see like inside, so I'm guessing that's the tongue, and that's absolutely brutal. You can see all the tendons and the fissures and all that stuff. So yeah. Now, I think in the movie, they put like a candle, he puts a candle in the stub, but I'm pretty sure you wouldn't be able, it's too small of an item. Like, it's less than it's a size of like a digit on my finger, like what's it called, a thing. Anyways, you know what I'm trying to say. But again, the detail's absolutely amazing. And you can't have a mass serial killer without weapons. So the first weapon is this fire poker. Again, this is really highly detailed. It is very flimsy though, so I probably won't be using it. But that is a fire poker. The detail work and the painting is so meticulous. I love these NECA figures. Like, it's not just like a silver, but it's dirty because you're sticking it into your fireplace, right? So you're going to have that char, you're going to have that grime, and it's well executed in this. It looks like an actual piece of metal that's been used as a fire poker. It's not too sharp, but it has that poke to it, so you're not pussyfooting around. I'm guessing you slide your hand through that. So that's the fire poker. Next is the hammer, which is doused, covered, slathered in blood, which I find is a really good take. And look at the wood grain. Like, look how tiny this is, but look how much detail they're able to pack into this. Like, this looks like a real, this looks like a real hammer. Like, the wood grain, the coloring, the shadowing, that, like, the dark black like tones to it, but you can tell that it's a piece of wood. And then on the actual hammer itself, you have this sheen that makes it look like it's actually wet from the blood, but you're able to also see the silver parts because it's still a hammer. It's just covered in blood, and it's absolutely amazing. Wow, look how small it is, but yet they're able to pack in so much detail. And of course, it's Michael Myers, so you can't have Michael Myers without his iconic machete. And this is where they take the cake. Look at the shine. Look at the it's not perfect. It's imperfect because most kitchen metals are, and it looks sharp. It's like really well done. You have the two plates holding in the blade, and this sheen. Like you can even tell there's that little ridge mark to show where the blade starts. It's absolutely amazing. I love NECA so much. The detail and the artistry they put into these figures are absolutely amazing. Now, the last accessory is the interchangeable head. Michael does come with two heads. One is his normal head, and then one is the special head where it blacks out the eyes. So you're not going to be able to see the eyes, which is a really cool detail. Look, I love how they keep the continuity of the mask where he gets stabbed, I think in part 2. It's absolutely amazing. This is one of the best head sculpts of Michael you can get in action figure form without spending over $100. So that's really cool. Now let's get into the meat and potatoes of the actual figure itself and talk about Michael himself. Okay, so here is the Michael Myers figure. And look at the detail. Look at this. Like, not to flex my 4K collection, but it's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get a good... So this is the full figure in all of its glory. I'll get a full shot of it right here. And here is the figure itself. Here is Michael in all of its glory. Now let's take a deeper look and look at the details of the actual figure itself. So taking a closer look at Michael, you can see the eyes through it. It's not as visible as I know a lot of other figures are, but just look at the detail on his face. You could tell this is a 40-year-old mask, that it's been buried and dug up and all that stuff. The head sculpt, because what a lot of Michael Myers like masks fail is on the hair, but I feel like the hair is perfectly done. Like even the little strand that pokes out on the side, that's there as well. And just the detail work on the actual jumpsuit itself is absolutely amazing. Like you can see all the wrinkles. It looks like an actual, it's a soft plastic overlay onto a figure because there is a bit of an articulation, which we will get into later. But then here are the hands. And the hands are full of blood, and he's been killing people all day. I've been trick-or-treating to hell, or shit, hell. Do you know what hell is? Anyways, look, all the seam line work is great. There is a bit of a diaper effect, as a lot of NECA figures have, but it's not as prevalent as other figures like Jason Voorhees. I know those figures have a lot of diaper action going on, but this is a full jumpsuit. My only little problem is the seam line isn't as fluid as it could be, but it doesn't really take away because at the end of the day, I know this is a figure. I'm not trying to get like a statue. And here is a close-up of the boots in its glory. They look absolutely amazing. The detail work, there's soles and stuff, so you can actually tell that it's an actual shoe. But yeah, there's nothing too much to say about this figure than that is absolutely amazing. And I love, this is one of my favorite figures that I own in my NECA collection, and for good reason, because this came out in 2018, 2019. So NECA had all the time and experience from doing all these other NECA figures to perfect a final NECA figure. And this is probably their grand opus. Like you can see his neck and the detail on the flesh coloring. It's not just a single coat. There's different like layers of color and stuff, so that's amazing. So now finally, let's get into the articulation and see how this guy can move it. So first off, it's a peg and it's very stiff. You're not going to get the action, but you will get the Michael Myers head tilt. You can get that going. It's very stiff though, so you can't really move it. I wouldn't say it's a 360. It's not even a 180. Maybe a 40-degree turn. Now there is a peg, a ball joint as the elbow, but this piece of overall kind of hinders it, so you can't really go up, but you can spin it around. Now, what I like about this figure is that it is double jointed. So you see there's a joint here as well as a joint connecting it from the forearm. So you can get really tight angles when it comes to, see that? So you can pull it really closely together. As opposed to my Rambo NECA, which is a single joint and it can only get this far. So it can do a 45-degree angle. But with a double joint, you can get super close up. So that's tight. So you can move it, swivel it here. I think you can swivel the, you can swivel the forearm individually. And then as you go down, it is on a peg, it's on a ball joint peg. So you can turn it around as well as slightly go in and out, but not really. And then going further down, there is a hip joint in there, but again, because there's such thick plastic covering it, you're not going to get that type of range of motion, as well as a side to side. But then when you go further down, he does have a ball joint in the thigh, so you can go in and out. You can do the splits, you can go up, but because of this plastic, you're not going to be able to go that far because it's hindering it. But for Michael Myers, you're probably just going to have him standing, so most of this articulation doesn't really matter that much, besides the elbows, because the elbows are the most important. But I'm happy that they actually do give you the option to do whatever you want with the figure, to give the freedom of an actual figure, you know, for figure photography and stuff. But there is a ball joint in the knee, so you can bend as well as swivel. That's really cool. And then lastly, there is the boot, which is connected to a ball joint, so you can do your ballerina stuff as well as go in like Michael Jackson, but then you can also swivel it around. And that was the articulation. So that was the NECA Ultimate Michael Myers from the Halloween 2018 movie. What do you guys think of this figure? I think this is a home run. Like the detail, the articulation, the amount of accessories and set pieces that you get with this figure is absolutely amazing. And for being a cheaper figure, this is absolutely amazing. The details, the intricate and color schemes, the intricate detail on this figure is absolutely amazing. And you know, you can get this anywhere. I got this at GameStop, but you can also get this at like Amazon. You can get this at any NECA retailer that is available, because this is also a newer figure, so you'll probably be able to get this. Now next, I kind of want to get the Halloween Kills figure, but I actually kind of want to see Halloween Kills first, just to make sure I like the movie and I like the design, because I feel like it's just the exact same thing, but with a burnt face on it and maybe some burnt details on the hands. But who knows, maybe the accessories will make it worth it. But anyways, this has been another Mockbuster review. This is the Ultimate Michael Myers from NECA Real Toys. Please leave a like, subscribe, and hopefully I'll be able to get more of these NECA action figure reviews done. Please, please, please have a good day, night, evening, afternoon. Whenever you're watching this, please stay safe and God bless. Cheers.